Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing one that I feel like has long been requested, and also just one that I've been wanting to do because it's a great cigarette and one of my favorites. It's going to be the Lucky Strike non-filter. I'm trying to get good lighting on that, as you can see. Close up. The original Lucky Strike, you know, from way back in the day, from it was created in 1871, but I think the cigarettes came around 1905 or something around there. But yeah, the original Lucky Strike. I'm sorry I waited so long to do this one. They are actually, I know I say this every time, but they are ungodly expensive for these non-filter ones, coming in at $23 a pack. Fucking crazy. So that was part of the reason I waited. And then especially switching to rolling cigarettes, it was much cheaper. So, but I want to do it because I feel like with all my lack of uploads, I can hopefully give you guys a treat. So yeah, love this pack. It is a tiny, like if you ever actually pick one of these up compared to especially a regular box of cigarettes, it feels like a toy. Like it's so tiny. I wish I had another cigarette pack to compare it to. I do not. And also the glass of red wine will be joining us for this review as well. Second glass, so it should be interesting. We'll see. Okay, I feel like it would be a good pairing, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, so looking at the pack design, try and get the lighting good here, but I can see it just says it's the classic white, with the red bullseye, Lucky Strike in a black font. You get the leaf up top. Let's see if you can see that. I know lighting's bad. It gets dark at like 4 o'clock here, and I'm just not doing reviews during the morning. As you can see, it says British American Tobacco. No, RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company, but I think this one's owned by RJ, but the other like Lucky Strike filters and all that shit is owned by American British Tobacco Group. But yeah, this is where the tax stamp used to be. Obviously, Sam Brown front cigarettes, just a very classic retro looking pack, which we love. One of the top 5 favorite cigarettes. Yeah, just the Surgeon General's warning, and then on the bottom it's covered up by my tax stamp, but it is it says LSMFT, which means, or is short for Lucky Strike. It means fine tobacco. I haven't had these in a while. I think I've only smoked these once or twice, so I'm excited to give them another try, get my money's worth. And I also brought out the 1935 Zippo replica for this one as well. Haven't used it, I don't think, in a video yet, so figure this would be the perfect video for it. Yeah, I'm not going to give these a pack because they're unfiltered, and I don't know if it matters, or if I'm just going to shake it all loose. Oh yeah, and I know at one point too, or for the longest time, it used to be foil, like a silver foil for the top, and then recently they changed it to a white paper foil because RJ Reynolds has been switching to paper foils, in their cigarettes for the last few years. Campbell's, all that shit has paper foil now. I think it looks good. I think some people were complaining about it. Obviously, it's classic, the old silver foil, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Go ahead and get right into this. Pop that cellophane off. People also are like super perfectionist about tearing off one corner and like never open it. Sometimes I open the whole thing. Sometimes I tear off a corner. I don't think it matters. I think it's your pack of cigarettes. Do whatever you want to do with it. We will see here. Oh, they smell fucking great. Holy shit. I don't know what it is because I feel like I always say, but with the non-filter cigarettes, yeah, it just has like a nice, like rich cocoa smell to it. Because I know Camels kind of smell like that too, with some sweetness. But this smells so chocolatey. Like it's great. Anyways, I'll do the tear off the corner for this, just to go with the classic. Right, so as you can see, got 20 cigarettes in there. Non-filters, go ahead and pop one out. It takes a little bit, but you gotta, there we go. And then once they're kind of somewhat out, you can keep pulling them. Go ahead and get one of these out. They feel nice and packed tight, almost like a Spirit, which is cool. Yeah, as you can see, short little cigarette. I mean, comparatively, right, like with the filter, it'd probably be down here or so. So, tiny little cigarette. Smells great. We already know. Very chocolatey, like cocoa. It's actually fucking amazing. This is the best smelling cigarette I think I've ever smelled. We got a little classic, you're not going to be able to see this, but it's a classic little circle that says Lucky Strike. It came into focus for a sec. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but you can kind of see it there. It just says Lucky Strike in a black or gray font. And then, yeah, no filter on either side. So we'll get right into this. Smells amazing. I was going to check for preparations, but obviously I don't think they put, or I think they do maybe throughout the whole paper. I've heard people say that as well. It doesn't matter. It's fucking unfiltered. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. Oh yeah, and then the tobacco tone as well is also kind of, it's like a mix between a light and a dark. There's some like dark pieces, but it's kind of like a good rich color, I'd say, from what I can tell. Go ahead and light this up. This is going to be Lucky Strike non-filter. Get that thumbnail picture. I took a thumbnail picture before this, but we'll see which one I use. Holy shit, that hits. I will say packaged cigarettes hit in a way that roll your own cigarettes do not. I think I mentioned the additives, but I know that even like American Spirits and I think some Winstons don't have additives, but they just hit in a different way. I'm not sure what that is. I could also just be using really cheap rolling tobacco, which is probably a huge contributor. I swallowed my own spit wrong. Yeah, I will say the nicotine is hitting. The one thing that's cool about roll your own cigarettes is I feel like they taste a lot more like how the tobacco smells, versus with most cigarettes, I think almost all, it'll smell away and it'll kind of taste slightly like less so, or maybe it's a little different. Obviously, this is also the same as with like any prepackaged cigarette. But I mean, it's pretty genuine to what it smells like. Definitely giving me a good hit. That's for sure. Beautiful ash all the way around here. Sorry, I can smoke in view. I realized my cigarette was off camera. I should actually put the window down real quick, just so I can ash. Do a body test real quick. The other window was open too. I wasn't smoking in a closed car, by the way. I'm not fucking crazy. Holy shit. I mean, it's fucking non-filter, so you know it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, as you can see, fucking massive body. Yeah, it's funny that they just hit in such a good way. Obviously a very strong cigarette. Lucky Strike's cool. It's one of those classic brands, you know. I mean, very like American. I mean, this is like goes with the whole American exceptionalism, 1940s, 50s. You know, these originally were, like I said, I think Lucky Strike tobacco, the toasted tobacco, came in 1871. They started making cigarettes, I think, in the early 1900s. Originally, it was like a dark green package with some gold. And they switched because the slogan was, you know, during World War II, they needed a bunch of copper. And there was actually some copper used in the ink. Not the green part, though. That was what they advertised. That's what they said the copper was in. But it was actually the goldish stuff. I think the slogan was like, Lucky Strike Green has gone to war or something like that. Because copper was in short supply, which is cool. And I think the green is cool, but I think this is better. Really hits, I feel like, with that whole, you know, the American exceptionalism, red, white, and blue, all that. It's been around ever since. Nobody really smokes non-filter cigarettes anymore. They came out with some filtered varieties, the Lucky Strikes, in the 60s, I think. Discontinued them and then brought them back. But we all know they're just rebranded Newport Reds. So good cigarette so far. I'm excited to get through this pack, but I definitely was like, fuck, $23. Like, holy shit. Got to take out a loan just to buy cigarettes nowadays. Yeah, it's hard. I feel like, especially, you know, and I brought it up many times, but especially rolling my own cigarettes, the taste is much better on those, and it's much more cigarish. You can actually taste the tobaccos a little better. I'm not sure what that is or what the difference is. Like, even with this being a non-filter, you think you'd be able to taste it pretty well, but it just doesn't have as much of a defined taste as when you roll your own. There was a point where I was finding all store-bought cigarettes kind of all tasted the same. Or like, you know, as much that you really couldn't tell the difference unless you were really trying to focus on it. But yeah, getting towards the end here. Good cigarette. It's a classic. It hits fucking hard, and it is super heavy on the lungs, obviously. Very good. I'll probably take a few more drags, but yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope good. I accidentally just ashed that on the window, almost broke the cherry off. Hope everybody is good. Getting lots of cigarettes for the holiday season, which is now over, but you know, still smoke them while you got them. Yeah, towards the end, obviously, it gets so hot that it's actually like, it's kind of a force. But yeah, I'll probably take one more puff and then put it out because I want to get my money's worth. Go put this out. All right. Lucky Strike non-filter. I would probably give this, I don't know. I'm feeling maybe like a 8 out of 10, I would say. It's a good cigarette. Very heavy. But yeah, really good cigarette. I would buy these more often if they weren't so expensive. But yeah, I mean, it's just that classic Lucky Strike. How can you not love that? Very good. So yeah, 8 out of 10 is what I'd say. Good cigarette overall. A little bit of a longer video, but you know, hopefully it was worth it. I have a couple ideas for videos coming up, so we'll see if I get to those. And then it's been so, you know, cold outside. Some of them had to do with outside. So, you know, we'll see if I can muster the strength to bear the cold. But yeah, I also got the Discord server set up for anybody that wants to join, come hang out, play games, whatever the fuck. Just a chill space. So yeah, feel free to check that out. I'll put it in the description, also in my channel bio as well. But really appreciate you guys watching the video, checking it out, and smoking along with me. So yeah, that was the Lucky Strike non-filter. Thank you so much for watching.